Couple minutes left here on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Josh Taylor, Chris Mueller. Couple of things I want to point out before we get to our final question here. First things first, shout out to Dave in Beaver Falls. He is our #1 Cochran Go One Better call of the night. Forgot to say that out loud. Number 2, Chris, we got a tweet from Kent who says, I loved staying up till 1 o'clock a.m. on a Friday night to watch mid-90s ECW. Joel Gertner was great.
Oh, Gertner. Pony, that's Pony's other guy is Gertner. The stud muffin or whatever. Yes. I mean, he just cannot believe the stud muffin bit that Gertner would pull. Do you remember, Josh, growing up, though? Like, I wasn't allowed to watch that stuff anyway. My parents were like, you're not allowed to watch, like, Monday Night Raw. We didn't even have cable in the late 90s. ECW promos, though, made it seem like it was the wildest thing ever. The lewdest, the rudest, the crudest. And then it was the crowd chanting EC dub. It was wild, man. It was very intense, but very, very, very low budget. Kind of like my wardrobe.
I did not get into ECW until I got to college, and I was completely blown away. I was a WWE fan.
And then much like everything else in college, right? Much like everything else in college, it was kind of like a new awakening for you. You thought, this has been out there the whole time? Where's it been all my life?
It was a great discovery in my life as a wrestling fan. Before I let you go, we got a couple minutes here. Golden State and Boston, Game 5 of that series. It's tied 2-2. They are at Chase in the Bay Area. It's a pretty tight one near the end of the third quarter. Chris, who wraps this one up? Who wraps the series up for you?
I still like Golden State because they have the best player in the series. Curry's just been sublime at age 34. I thought his Game 4 was maybe the best game of his career. It was one of the most incredible games I've ever witnessed somebody play, given all the circumstances surrounding it, Josh. Boston did that very disconcerting thing, though, in this game where they looked like crap for about, 26 minutes, and then suddenly go Chris Mueller from three-point range and can't miss. So there's always the possibility of that, but I'll bet on the team that has the best player, and that's the Warriors.
74-72 Boston here late in the third quarter as we get ready to wrap it up here. Our producer, Steve Banco, Chris, he agrees with you. He thinks the same thing about Steph Curry in Game 4. I had Golden State coming into this series, although Boston winning Game 1 and Game 3 really caught my attention. But I'm like you, I'm going to stick with Golden State. We have not seen what Boston really needed to get ahead of this series and take control. I was looking to see if you could see Tatum really start to just go off and go supernova. That has not happened for me yet, and I think that's the reason why they probably haven't gotten the stranglehold on this series. In the meantime, we are out of time. Chris Mueller, appreciate you always for joining us. Of course, he's rocking the
Josh, it was my pleasure. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to do next time? You want to do WCW? We could talk about Big Van Vader. Anything. I'm ready, baby. Let's talk more wrestling.
We might have to do that. For Chris Mueller, for our producer, Steve Banco, and our team here at Pittsburgh CW, I'm Josh Taylor. We're here for you 7 nights a week on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Good night, everybody.